Thank you both for doing this today. I really appreciate it. David Sheen, who was a retired firefighter out of Ontario, Canada, is with us today. And also Troy Markle, thank you for being with us, president of VFIS. And really, this is a conversation about May 4th, which is International Firefighters Day, an important day that we give gratitude, show gratitude for all that our firefighters are doing. So I really want to dig in and talk about what the intention is with International Firefighters Day and what the goal is. And David, why don't we start with you as a retired firefighter and fire chief, what your intention is behind celebrating this day and getting others to mark it as well.
Well, thank you, Laura. Actually, to me, it's all about recognizing firefighters and their service. Both the foundations have as our core values to honor and to remember fallen firefighters and to support their families. But it's important, I think, to recognize all firefighters and the sacrifices that they make for their communities or for their, particular discipline. Both foundations deal with all aspects of firefighting, whether it's wildland or military or professional firefighters or volunteer firefighters or Aboriginal First Nations firefighters. And, a part of that also is really the families as well, because all of the families make a sacrifice at the same time. They have to give up holidays and birthdays and things like that. And of course, the inherent dangers of firefighting.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just important that they're recognized, that all firefighters are recognized.
Yeah. And Troy, as president of VFIS, an insurance company, and you can tell me a little bit more about what VFIS does, but why is it important to you to be involved in a day like this? And talk about the intention.
Yeah, Laura, I'm also the chairman of the board at the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. So I think what's great here is on the insurance side, we try to do everything that we can to make firefighters and EMS personnel safer with risk management. And if accidents happen, we're able to provide them a solution as it relates to an insurance payment or anything that we can do to help them become a safer organization. As it relates to the NFFF, we, similar to the Canadian Fallen Firefighters Foundation, is that we honor the fallen in addition to do what we can to support their families. And I think David really said it perfectly in the sense of this day is really very special as it relates to saying thank you, and also showing our support for all that they do, as well as their families and all the sacrifices and time and effort and training and all of those related things to make them so successful to be able to secure and make sure that they protect property and lives.
And Troy, can you talk a little bit about the history behind International Fallen Firefighters Day? I understand that it started in 1999.
Yeah, actually, it did start in 1999, and it was actually instituted worldwide after a proposal was emailed across the globe after a tragedy where there was 5 firefighters lost in a wildfire in Victoria, Australia, that previous December. What's also fascinating about May 4th is it's St. Florian's Day, who's the patron saint of firefighters. And he was known as the first commander of a firefighting squad in the Roman Empire. So he lost his life and his comrades in protecting lives and property, just like all firefighters continue to do all over the world every day. So it's a really interesting background and story. But the one that actually I think really started it worldwide is in 1999 with Victoria, Australia, where they sent a notice out to everyone worldwide, and it's just taken off from there. So it's really been a nice tribute to what's happened not only there in Victoria, Australia, but also worldwide as a show of support.
Yeah, it's amazing that this is a global effort and a global show of gratitude. And David, looking over the past year and what firefighters have been through, what we've all been through really, but we know first responders, especially the ER nurses and docs, have faced significant challenges in battling the pandemic on the front lines, and the stress, the mental health challenges that they've been facing. It's been particularly challenging time for firefighters too. And I think a lot of people don't think about that piece of it. Can you describe the impact that this pandemic has had on firefighters?
Well, Laura, I guess it's important to note that I'm a few years removed from the front lines of firefighting, but, and different jurisdictions have different models for responding, but pretty well, worldwide, when it comes to firefighters, they are an all emergency response department. So when they go out the door, they never know what they're responding to. It could be medical, it could be a car accident. And I think in the case of COVID in particular, what firefighters are dealing with is, as they normally deal with, the uncertainty of what they may be coming into contact with, whether it's COVID, and of course, trying as a part of it to protect their families at home by not taking any possible exposures home to them. So, all first responders are really challenged in a time like this because of the seriousness of this COVID-19 disease.
Mm-hmm. So what does a day like International Firefighters Day, and we'll get into more about what we're asking the public to do, which number one is, shine your light, turning on the red lights around your home, turning your porch light red. But what does that show of gratitude, seeing those red lights, mean for a firefighter driving down the road to be able to see that gratitude lit up around them?
Well, I guess I could best explain it. You've seen numerous on the news, numerous drive-bys where fire trucks, police, ambulance will drive by, whether it's, old age homes, things like that, or recognition of special events. And I think probably for firefighters, it's just realizing that people see and understand the sacrifices that they make and the dangers that they may face.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Troy, can you talk about what exactly the NFFF and the CFFF are asking the public to do on May 4th to mark International Firefighters Day?
I think the first thing is just an education surrounding the International Firefighters Day, because not many people are aware of it. And if they're not, it's great that we can get the word out as it relates to what it means. Mm-hmm. And in addition to, I think the second thing is probably how they can actually support their local fire departments and their firefighters, whether it's wearing a blue ribbon, a red and blue ribbon, whether it's lighting their house in red, whether it's providing financial donations to the fire department, or any organization supporting them, for example, the CFFF or the NFFF, to where we actually do as much as we can as it relates to our mission in supporting the fallen, as well as current firefighters in being safe. So I think all of those things together, I think, compile a nice, neat package as it relates to what is International Firefighters Day and what David's organization and our organization continually do together every single day.
Yeah, so people can light up their porch lights red. They can write a thank you note and post on social media. But I know that there's something else that's special at Niagara Falls, and maybe you can talk about that, David?
Sure. Thanks, Laura. Well, I think I can speak on behalf of both organizations. We're absolutely thrilled that this year we joined together in partnership, and we approached the Niagara Falls Illumination Board to see about getting Niagara Falls lit up red in recognition of International Firefighters Day. So on Tuesday night between 10 and 10:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, Niagara Falls, both the American side and the Canadian Horseshoe Falls, will be lit red in recognition of it. And we're absolutely thrilled that the two organizations together managed to accomplish this.
That's really exciting. That's really, really exciting. And how much participation have you gotten in the past? I know you're really working on getting the word out a little bit more, but have people really been participatory? I would think that people want to be able to thank their local firefighter for their good work.
Yeah, I don't know. Really, Troy could probably better speak to this because I have to say, from the Canadian Fallen Firefighters Foundation, we have been a little behind what the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation has done. So, we're thrilled to partner and build on that partnership. So we're looking in the future to grow this, but I think that the NFFF should really speak more to it.
Troy, have you seen the participation before? And I assume that you're expecting it to grow even further.
Yeah, I think it's been a moderate amount of support, at least locally here in the States. And we, like David, are looking to actually grow this substantially year after year.
Yeah.
And I think this year is actually going to be the pinnacle of at least our momentum moving forward as it relates to lighting up the falls on the 4th. So I can't tell you how much we appreciate the joint effort of two countries coming together, meeting at the falls and being able to light it red in support of all of the firefighters that we both organizations actually continue to serve as best we can. So it's really going to be a really nice event, and hopefully we get a lot of great positive social media presence, in addition to just more of the word out about what it is, in fact, International Firefighters Day really is and what it means.
Right. That's fantastic. How can people participate, and how can they find out more about this event and what they can do? Where can they go?
There's a lot of social media that's going to be coming up here shortly if it hasn't gone out already. I know David's websites will have stuff on it. The National Fallen Firefighters Foundation organization will have stuff up on our website as well. And believe it or not, there's an International Firefighters Day website called firefightersday.org that also has some information and background about International Firefighters Day. So there's a couple great websites you can get to see what it is that you can do to participate. But even just something so simple as lighting your house red, or showing your support by honking at the fire department as you drive by throughout the day, or doing whatever you can either financially or in support of the firefighters locally for supporting your community is the best way that you can do it to support them.
And the website for the NFFF is firehero.org if you want to find out more. And you can also go to Fire Hero Family, or and that's on Twitter, Fire Hero Family, or NFFF_news on Twitter as well. So there are lots of ways to find out about how people are, how you could participate, but go into the website. And David, what's the website for the CFFF?
www.cfff.ca.
Very easy. Now people do not have an excuse for not participating and showing their gratitude for their local firefighter globally. Thank you both so much, Troy Markle, David Sheen, for joining me today and for having this discussion, a very important one, and important that we express our gratitude for the good work of our firefighters.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks.